Hi, and we're live in the Rainbow Shelter News, and I am joined as I'm still rocking she/they pronouns, and I am joined as always by Christy and Calon. Whichever of you wants to do the fun introduction of yourselves.
Jeg kan Calon kommer fra Island og this is Rainbow News.
I'm still post Grand Ole Opry mid-range singer-songwriter country, as exemplified by Dolly Parton and Emmylou Harris. Ing, she, her.
You almost got your own pronouns wrong.
Yes.
Oh, I should say my pronouns are hon, hana, which means she, her.
Nice.
You're not important.
I feel like I need to learn more languages just to understand references better. Just sit here with my basic German and almost no French. For one, before we get started, like, share, comment, subscribe, whatever, blah blah blah.
Do the YouTube things.
No, I did the YouTube thing. That was the YouTube thing. I can't just spend the whole time promoting the channel. I just want to say it quickly so people do it. And then get on to the stuff.
I'm telling them to do the YouTube thing.
Oh, yes. Anyways, so I just want to start out with something quick, because it's been all over trans Twitter to some degree, and trans Facebook.
Trans Facebook? There are trans people on Facebook?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Oh, hi. How's it going, Chris?
Look, admittedly, on Facebook is where I am mostly with my friends, and don't actually do much promotion on Facebook. I just friend a few.
You exist.
Yeah, I exist on Facebook. So, Sophie LaBelle has been slightly irresponsible with her platform in such a way that some of the aspects can be used for grooming, and which is not good. Although I have no reason to think that she has any intent to do anything bad. Sorry, the bird. That's just want to get that out of the way. I know you mentioned some of your thoughts beforehand, but like, I get it if you don't think it's you think it's a pretty non-story, anyways.
I mean, like, okay, she had some yikesy stuff, and what else are you gonna do?
I just have I have it yeah.
Oh yeah, you show that sass. Yep. Yes you do, Ela.
No, I just have a habit of not wanting to continue trains or whatever with that. But there's far more important stuff going on. So without further ado, interested in jumping across the pond to UK news?
Absolutely.
Why is the UK still a thing again?
Because England has a stranglehold on Scotland and Northern Ireland still.
Oh, even though they said they'd get Northern Ireland back up, but that's aside from the point.
Yeah, so police are searching for 3 women who launched a homophobic attack on a lesbian couple in Tesco, forcing them to hide in the security office. Because, of course, there's fucking rampant homophobia in Gillingham, Kent. So I forget exactly where Kent is.
Kent? It's like South. It's in South England.
Yeah.
England.
Isn't it Metropolis?
I think the Vikings need to pay another visit to England.
I mean,
Just not the golden one.
Oh, he's not a Viking. He's just an atheist.
yeah. But yeah, so it's partially because the hate crime on the rise is a problem in the UK, which is just, well, it's awful. And more awful stuff in the UK. Pride in London loses one of their key partners because racism. So, what racism in the UK? Who would have guessed?
No, never.
Yeah, no, it's
Usually when you see racism in the UK, it's usually them, like, taking a knife and saying, "Oh, this part of the world, it looks really cool. I think we'll take this."
well, or yeah. Although currently it's more so they'll take the dishes because they can't come up with good ones on their own. But but yeah, no, it's so part of the reason why I named the show Rainbow Shelter News is because of the there's some elements of the LGBTQ community who ignore black people and their problems.
Really?
And that's kind of a problem.
Not really. You mean there's some white people who ignore black people? Never would have guessed that.
Yeah, I know.
Right, Bird? Yeah. Bird agrees.
And so it's just one of those things where, there's a fair number of people who, black people who prefer to name things based off of the rainbow, and so I want this place to be a shelter for them because I do care about black issues or whatever, but I don't want to pretend that I know everything that they deal with. But yeah, so they apparently have failed to act on racism, according to Rommel Affleck, who was director of communications in Pride in London, quit. So it sounds like there's been a lot of bad management in
British. Never would have thought of that.
Yeah, I know. Who would have thought? I mean, they still have royalty over there.
With Prince Philip, who looks like the Crypt Keeper.
I mean, we can't confirm or nor deny that he is the Crypt Keeper.
But we should ask questions.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, Trump also looks like he's on his deathbed.
I mean, generally that's what happens when you become president. Like, if you actually look at like pre-presidential pictures versus post-presidential pictures, it's almost like they go through some sort of transition.
Yeah.
You go from young, hopeful, great with the world, to pretty much half dead, a walking corpse.
Yeah.
The real quick on racism and the about a year before I officially came out, I was a big encounter with the local trans community because I was in a band. I was the only cis person in a trans band.
No clues there. No, there are, not to say that there aren't cis people who are trans allies. It's just a fun running joke.
There are also trans allies who don't know they're trans.
Yeah.
It was in between. I knew who I was.
What's up?
The arts is a very I'm not going to say colorblind, but color inclusive thing, except when you get into management. But it's I'm always surprised by this. I have made a video which I've actually been promoting recently because Jesse went on about it recently, which I thought, okay, because I am, I'm white. I'm obviously white, as I point to my own picture. Obviously white passing, but not white ethnically.
Yeah.
And so it's always a difficulty for me to understand a lot of that stuff. It was also difficult to understand how my mother married a Nazi, but that's a thing.
Yeah. No, that's its own story.
Yeah, I have some stuff. Yeah. I mean, I do have some stuff to add to it, but I want to do it on the longer show on a different topic, I think.
Yeah, so you were bringing up Christy back across to this isn't UK, the Abigail Schreier thing.
Yes, Abigail Schreier, because we're trying to get the Equalities Act passed here. Not the same thing as the Equalities Act in Britain. It's actually, and Abigail Schreier is one of the people that the Republicans have decided should speak on the subject of trans issues.
Yes, and if you don't know who Abigail Schreier is,
isn't she like that one of those lefty kind of idiots?
No, or maybe, I don't know. She's the author of Irreversible Damage, the transgender craze seducing our daughters.
Oh, I saw that, what was it? Yeah, no, that one included like several trans YouTubers and called them like influencers, and it was just like, yeah.
Yeah, which, by the way, I need to call up Amazon because it is still purchasable on Amazon. And,
well, so's Mein Kampf. So's the Turner Diaries, for that matter.
Yeah, but they said something about wanting to take down anti-LGBTQ stuff that is filled with lies and shit. So, like...
So basically any anti-LGBT. Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's just... it wouldn't be... how should I put it this way? It wouldn't be the first company I've called with regards to Irreversible Damage. Although Target did... Even though it's on Target's site, you can't buy it from Target. It's still on the site. No, it's not. No, last time I tried to look for it, it's not. So Target has, like, officially stopped selling Irreversible Damage, which is important for... At the very least, it was important for Target's look, given that it's a Minnesota-based company, and there's a lot of pro-LGBTQ rights. But yeah, so, she's the author of a hate book.
Basically.
So that means she's the perfect Republican.
I'm gonna I'll point to two videos. One by Ty Turner, who was interviewed for the book, but he thought he was being interviewed for a pro-trans thing.
Republicans lying, shocker.
Yeah, and Cass Harris, who I mention all the freaking time, because she's like my favorite YouTuber, one of my favorite YouTubers, who was a cognitive psychologist, research, and who took that book apart, like page by page.
Yeah.
Not Ellen Page by Ellen Page, but page by page. Oh shit! Did I just? Okay. Sorry.
Elliot Page.
Mine false.
Yeah.
At least you didn't call him Elliot Rogers.
But I mean, wouldn't that be nicer in some ways?
No, it really wouldn't, actually.
Well, I mean, since we're talking about Elliot Page anyways, did you see the Elliot Page Time article?
I read it. I do a lot of trans research over the week. You know that.
Yeah. And yeah, no, for one thing, you know, he is actually looking pretty nice in the Time article.
Well, I have somebody on Twitter put a really great thing. Elliot Page is the perfect trans guy. Has really rich and immediately let's try this again. Perfect trans guy came out and immediately got a $5 haircut.
Yeah, and
that would have worked much better if I'd gotten it right the first time.
For whatever reason, Elliot Page is now starting to remind me a little bit of Bern Gorman from Torchwood, the actor from Torchwood.
Yes.
And look, I enjoy the fuck about, you know, comparing trans people to other people of their whatever gender is closest to them. Because I want to be respectful, and it's also true. You know, so Elliot Page would be a perfect replacement for the character, and for whatever reason I'm thinking of the fact that Bern Gorman played a minor character in the third Batman movie of the Nolan trilogy, and I don't know why that matters at all. So yeah, so no, he talks about his, you know, his experience transitioning and coming out and all sorts of stuff like that, and
yeah.
You know, he's living a happier life, and that's wonderful.
I may have a lot of nope.
Hey, I did a good job on my makeup.
I keep starting and then deciding against them because they're not what I want to say. But all I want is for my.
I did a good job on my makeup. Don't look at me like that. Sorry, what?
All I want is for my trans sibs to be happy.
Yeah.
And for those who can't be themselves yet, that they are able to do so.
Yeah.
And I get that Elliot Page is. I mean, as someone who's been a fan of her since his. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, see, this is the thing, like, I mean, admittedly, I feel bad every time I do something like that, and I'm just like, what sort of person talking in the trans community am I if I misgender people? But yeah, no, well, I know it was an accident.
Yeah, because, I mean, there was a Canadian series that he was in, like, was this thing, and I've been which became Regenesis, it's called, 2004. 60. Huh. Okay, I thought he was younger then. Since Regenesis, I've been a fan, with the sole exception of Hard Candy, which I found absolutely reprehensible of a movie.
Yeah.
I'm probably the only person listening who's.
Yeah, if it's okay, we're gonna move on to the
Yes.
Upsetting piece of news, because Aria DeMezzo, who's been on the Fluid Voice a couple of times, was charged with arrested and charged with crimes along with a few other people in New Hampshire.
Charged with what?
Crimes related to a virtual currency exchange business, and which that's just upsetting and annoying, because people, it's almost like poor people doing stuff to try to get ahead, no matter what it is more likely to be charged. Criminal, any person trying to, go in a fight that ultimately is going against the class system gets charged with crimes.
But on the other hand, be gay, do crimes,
Yeah, I know.
as you said.
Yeah, no, so it's just, it's hard for me, like, it's frustrating, and I hope nothing, I hope nothing bad comes of this, and that the charges, can be dropped, although I don't know.
They'll probably plead.
There was.
I mean, it doesn't sound like a crime that should actually go to jail for. It sounds more like something you should probably get parole or something like that.
You probably get fined.
I mean, not parole. What the fuck is the term for it? I'm blanking on it at the moment. Huh? Probation, that's it. She'll probably get probation.
Yeah.
And not be allowed access.
Ideally, yes.
Not be allowed access to a computer or some sort of nonsense like that.
I mean, she's a friend of mine, friend of the show. She's been interacting with our lives here and there, which is lovely. My interview with her was one of the most interesting, although it's one of the ones I had to cut up the most. I don't. And for anybody who's looking for me for information, I do not own the files. Once it was cut, the original files were gone.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything on there anyway of any interest to anybody, but I figured I should, for my own sake.
Yeah. I'm curious, did you have anything more to say about that? Because I don't know what else to say about that. Because
I think Bitcoin is stupid, but other than that, I don't think it's a criminal thing. I think it's, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But constitutional, it's a tricky constitutional question, and as a personal thing, I think it's bad.
Yeah.
About as far as I go.
So
I have reams and reams of things to say, but I don't know to get into it.
I mean, fair. I know that feeling. And so I think now is a great time to talk about Milo Yiannopoulos. Because Milo is now
no longer part of us. Good riddance.
And
he's an ex-gay.
Yeah, and his husband has been demoted to housemate to live with him, and definitely they're not having sex because he's ex-gay, and there's no way in which they're having lots of sex because he's ex-gay. And I realize he's still driving nice cars and living in a nice home with Milo, who is ex-gay, and they're still married. They haven't had a divorce, but
hold on. Just for the record. For the record, I am living in the same house with my ex-wife, and we will be divorced Monday finally, after 8 years apart.
Yeah, with Milo, I don't believe him.
I just don't.
This. I honestly think he is just trying to scam conservatives for money because he's not getting any. For religious conservatives for money because he's not getting any from a lot of the other conservative sites. After he got banned from Parler and. Milo says some cringy things.
Well, just be more than a cringy thing. He's also been he's also worked with Nazis and other stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's because our gay friend Justin, and I don't usually refer to him as our gay friend Justin, but we might as well, because our friend Justin wiped the floor with him. He doesn't want to be associated with, he thinks he's not an adequate gay. So maybe that's it. I'm going to put the absolute worst spin on it I can.
Yeah. So, if
you have lots of tolerance for lots of people, but you see where I draw that line.
Yeah. And by the way, unless there's anything more to say about Milo, I have one last thing I want to share. Or if either of you have any other stories that I haven't covered.
No, I brought the Abigail Schreier one is the one that was important to me.
Yeah.
Guess who's just logged on his live show to debate some other ridiculous right winger.
Who?
Our friend Justin.
Oh.
Bengal science lad.
Can you allow screen sharing for me?
Oh, absolutely.
They denied.
It's like the fucking default, I know. The default is like, nobody can screen share.
There's a lot of security systems on it, and I get the only one I turn off is the you guys are whitelisted. I hate that term.
Who's canceling me?
No, you're whitelisted to just come in whenever you want instead of.
Oh, okay, cool.
Maybe off doing something when.
Okay, why is that not showing up on the screen? The other screen. Okay,
For what it's worth, I checked Target and irreversible damage is not there.
Yeah. Last time I checked, it wasn't there either.
Although you can search for the term, it will fill in the term, and the first thing you get is a pro LGBT book, which
Wait. Yeah. No. Wait.
Keela says no, apparently. Okay.
Wait. No. Okay. Wait. Yeah. No. Wait. Yes. No. What?
Showing up for us. I don't. Showing up for me at least.
No. I know. I just want to make sure I can. This stuff will show up on the.
You're such a little dinosaur.
The actual whatever screen. Why does okay? One more. I need to. For whatever reason, I should turn off the Zoom. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
My name is
Can
Brandon
you hear that?
Boulware, and Chairman, I'll go as quickly as I
Yeah.
can.
Nee.
I'm a lifelong Missourian, I'm a business lawyer,
Ik hoor
I'm a
het.
Christian, I'm the son of a Methodist minister.
Ik
I'm a
hoor het.
husband, I'm the father of 4 kids, 2 boys, 2 girls,
Ja? Ja?
including a wonderful and beautiful transgender daughter.
What are you
Today
doing,
happens to be her
bird?
birthday, and I chose to be here.
Like, I know it's difficult being a bird, but
She thinks I'm
still.
at work. One thing I often hear when transgender issues are discussed
Yes,
is,
I know.
don't get it.
Really.
I don't
Why can't we
understand.
hear it? We can't hear
And
it.
I would expect some of you to
Even Keela
have
can't
said
hear
that
it.
and feel
She
the same
shook her
way.
head no.
I didn't get
Yes,
it
she
either.
did.
Wait, you can't hear it?
No.
No, the bird was just shaking her head, like, no.
Oh, god damn it. I thought you were saying you could hear it. God damn it. Why can't you hear it?
Hold on.
Because Zoom is transphobic.
Or let me...
Transphobic. Matter of fact, no. No, it's not.
Girl. What are your pronouns? You want to tell me your pronouns? Okay. No, it's not shirt biting.
Ha! Wait, okay.
My name is Brandon Bulware.
Did you hear that?
Oh, yay! Hi,
Brandon Bulwark.
Yeah, okay.
And
Brandon
Chairman, I'll
Bulware.
go as quickly as I can. I'm a lifelong Missourian. I'm a business lawyer. I'm a Christian. I'm the son of a Methodist minister. I'm a husband. I'm the father of 4 kids, 2 boys, 2 girls, including a wonderful and beautiful transgender daughter, who today happens to be her birthday. And I chose to be here. She doesn't know that. She thinks I'm at work. One thing I often hear when transgender issues are discussed is, I don't get it. I don't understand. And I would expect some of you to have said that and feel the same way. I didn't get it either. For years, I didn't get it. For years, I would not let my daughter wear girl clothes. I did not let her play with girl toys. I forced my daughter to wear boy clothes and get short haircuts, play on boy sports teams. Why did I do this? To protect my child. I did not want my daughter or her siblings to get teased. And truth be told, I did it to protect myself as well. I wanted to avoid those inevitable questions as to why my child did not look and act like a boy. My child was miserable. I cannot overstate that. She was absolutely miserable, especially at school. No confidence, no friends, no laughter. I honestly say this, I had a child who did not smile. We did that for years. We did that against the advice of teachers, therapists, and other experts. I remember the day everything changed for me. I'd gotten home from work, and my daughter and her brother were in the front lawn. And my daughter had sneaked on one of her older sister's play dresses. And they wanted to go across the street and play with the neighbor's kids. It was time for dinner. I said, come in. She asked, can she go across the street? I said, no. She asked me if she went inside and put on boy clothes, could she then go across the street and play? And it's then that it hit me that my daughter was equating being good with being someone else. I was teaching her to deny who she is. As a parent, the one thing we cannot do, the one thing, is silence our child's spirit. And so on that day, my wife and I stopped silencing our child's spirit. The moment we allowed my daughter to be who she is, to grow her hair, to wear the clothes she wanted to wear, she was a different child. And I mean, it was immediate. It was a total transformation. I now have a confident, a smiling, a happy daughter. She plays on a girls' volleyball team. She has friendships. She's a kid. I came here today as a parent to share my story. I need you to understand that this language, if it becomes law, will have real effects on real people. It will affect my daughter. It will mean she cannot play on the girls' volleyball team or dance squad or tennis team. I ask you, please don't take that away from my daughter or the countless others like her who are out there. Let them have their childhoods. Let them be who they are. I ask you to vote against this legislation.
So,
What a nice little speech. Too bad the Republicans don't care.
I mean,
Yeah.
I can't disagree with you there. It's just it's still. I mean,
it's a nice sentiment, you know. The father comes to accept his daughter for who she really is.
yeah.
Too bad no politician gives a fuck.
Yeah, it's just.
Weirdly enough, the Nazi was very accepting of my trans identity and the little bit I was out in that time. Back in high school when I was in the very dark ages. But he insisted that I couldn't grow my hair long, nor which as soon as I moved out of the house, I did both.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I
Well, it's fine. We should be wrapping up soon.
I got into an emotional place, and I apologize.
Well, don't apologize for getting into an emotional place. This is sometimes an emotional show, and that was an emotional speech by an emotional parent who cared for his daughter and wanted her to have like a childhood where she could be herself. And Calon, people can see you, and are you still doing shows on Wednesday? Are you still doing shows today? Okay, so you should be
we just had to take a break last week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just making sure. I didn't know if you'd moved to Fridays as well, because of your original plan last week was to do one on Friday. But yeah, so check out Transgardr, check out Calon.
I don't bite much.
What?
I don't bite much.
Yeah, and I assume also with consensual people. And Christy and I, you can always check out on the show. And like, comment, and subscribe on this channel to get more content like this. And I am still doing a clip of Sunday's episode. It's just gonna be a little late. But that said, do you have anything else last to say, Christy or Calon? To say goodbye?
To say goodbye.
Goodbye, bird.
I would like my mother to call me by my name.
Oh.
That's it.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.